Hey, welcome back to the channel. You know, life has a way of throwing us curveballs, making us question everything we know. But here's the thing, no matter how messy, uncertain, or painful it gets, it's all part of the journey. Every struggle, every setback, every single moment of doubt is just a stepping stone to something greater. You can't force people to change, and honestly, it's rude to even try. The only person you have control over is yourself. The answer will always be no unless you have the courage to ask. And there are only two ways to do things: right or over again, until you get it right. Stop expecting others to give you the respect you haven't yet learned to give yourself. Success? There's no secret formula. But if you want to fail, try pleasing everyone. Hope alone won't get you anywhere. It's not a strategy, it's a wish. And trust? That's something earned, not given. The truth is, you're never too old to walk away from toxic people. It takes years to realize just how miserable you've been, and even longer to understand that you don't have to stay that way. A wise person can learn from an enemy, while a fool won't even learn from a friend. Life will hand you countless opportunities to mess up, meaning you also have countless chances to make things right. How people treat you says everything about them and nothing about you. The ones who say you can't are usually terrified that you will. If you make yourself too available, people stop valuing your presence. And just because the boat is rocking doesn't mean it's time to jump ship. Tough times have a way of waking you up to the good things you've been too distracted to see. The more you understand who you are and what you want, the less outside noise will shake you. Because when you try to please everybody, you almost always please nobody. If you truly put your mind to something, you can achieve it. But stop chasing happiness like it's a finish line. It's not about being happy all the time, and that's okay. The moment a problem is solved, you'll wonder why it ever seemed so complicated. And if you're breaking a bad habit, don't tell yourself, "This is the last time I do this." Instead, say, "This is the first time I don't." Not everyone will like you, and that's fine, because you don't like everyone either. Your past does not define your future. Sometimes you can make all the right choices and still watch everything fall apart. That's life. You just have to gather the pieces and keep going. Never let your kindness make you forget to be sharp, and never let your sharpness make you forget to be kind. Nothing in life is worth the price of constant worry. You stop explaining yourself when you realize people only understand from their own level of awareness. Waiting for change without doing anything about it? That's like standing at a bus stop expecting a train to arrive. Doubt yourself all you want. Your haters will do it for you anyway. Problems aren't obstacles. They're the very things that make life worth living. If you got everything you wanted the second you wanted it, what would be the point? Don't take criticism from people whose advice you wouldn't take. Knowledge is power, but without the means to apply it, you're powerless. At some point, you have to realize that nobody gets a say in your life unless you give them permission. The cave you fear the most holds the treasure you're looking for. Speak less than you need to. Do more than what's expected of you. Mistakes don't define your character. Your response to them does. Discipline yourself to see the good in every situation, and stop expecting people to always agree with you. Talent might take you to the top, but only character will keep you there. The only thing in life you truly have control over is your own attitude. As you grow, you'll need to change your vision of who you want to be. That's normal. Growth isn't a straight path. It's a constant cycle of learning, unlearning, and evolving. Chasing someone doesn't give you value. You build value by holding on to your integrity. Fear, anger, and pride will force you into competition. But courage, awareness, and inner peace will make the world work for you. Do what's right for you, even if it makes people uncomfortable. The future isn't real. It only exists in your mind. The things that are crushing you today, they won't hold the same weight forever. Time changes everything. If you need more than one hand to count your real friends, you might not be a great friend yourself. Youth is powerful because you don't know yet what's impossible. Letting go of the past isn't optional, it's necessary. Your happiness depends on it. The past is a reference, not a place to live. If you need more than one hand to count your real friends, you might not be a great friend yourself. Youth is powerful because you don't know yet what's impossible. Letting go of the past isn't optional, it's necessary. Your happiness depends on it. The past is a reference, not a place to live. You are born with two things: borrowed time and the ability to choose how you spend it. Watch how people waste theirs and learn from it. Don't correct every little thing. Sometimes silence is more powerful. You can be a positive person or a negative one, but only one mindset will take you somewhere. Life doesn't care about your plans. You have to be flexible. Nothing happens to you that you aren't capable of handling. You won't remember the days you sat around doing nothing. It's never too late to pivot and start over. Life will repeat its hardest lessons until you finally learn them. You can't become who you're meant to be until you accept who you are now. Perspective changes everything. You might realize something today that you should have seen years ago. If you're right but act arrogantly about it, no one will see you as the good guy. Courage isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's just that quiet voice telling you to try again tomorrow. Let go of yesterday, because yesterday has already let go of you. Instead of dreaming about what could have been, invest in what is. Stress isn't responsibility. It's just misplaced priorities. No one ever got tired of loving. They just get tired of waiting, of lies, of being hurt. The people who truly value you won't make you question it. Trying to be better than someone else is the very thing stopping you from improving. The question isn't if you'll get knocked down. It's what you'll do when you get back up. Every single day is a chance to learn something new, to make a small change that could impact your future. Someone else's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. People aren't good or bad. They're just people. Experience life instead of expecting it to be a certain way. You don't need all the answers to move forward, just the courage to take a step. Success comes from action, not waiting around for the perfect moment. There's no shame in saying, "I don't know." Pretending to be perfect won't make you perfect. Listen to your gut and do what's right, even when it's hard. Whoever fights can lose, but whoever doesn't fight has already lost. At the end of the day, life is simple. Keep moving forward, keep learning, and above all, keep living.